How do you take a concept like this and turn it into a finished product? 17 mil. 17 mil. Man, I love it when it works out.
From the idea.
Ollie's up there at the top of the driveway and the garage is there. It's about a 5-meter drop. It's one thing for a pretty 2D picture to work, but how do you even start visualizing it? And one of my tricks, especially on sloping sites, but it's still important on flat sites, write out a story rod. String line, builder's best friend.
And B is our 12 degrees, right?
Uh-huh. So we've got garage pad. Spray paint, you know me and how much I love spray paint. It actually is a builder's best friend, for this kind of work at least. And one thing I'm learning is that this one kind of builder knows how to like stand frames and jib and weatherboard and all that. There's not many builders left that actually embrace the old spray can and the landscaping. It seems to be a dying art. If you're good enough to build a house that precise, then you should be good enough to take this on. And I suppose that's what today's video is all about. How do you take a concept like this and turn it into a finished product? Poof, imagine that. 2 years from now, this is all complete. I think why people trip themselves up is that's level, flat, precise. And the preciseness is comforting because it's either bang on or it's not. All of this stuff here is more kind of like feel. For sure there's some heights we need to follow, and I'll show you that. But for the most part, it's kind of like it's got to feel right. So the very first thing I do is I establish my known quantities. And there's one of them up here that we've used the entire build. We used it to set out the retaining wall, we used it to set out the block wall, we used it to set out the house. It's called the datum. Always start with the datum. Let's go and find it. I've actually got pink spray paint for the datum, and it's just over here. Let me show you. How do I get this thing off? Oh, I need a better tripod. So the site datum, I'll show you a real good close-up. That's a pin that got put in by a registered surveyor. If you walk around your suburb, your city, you'll start to see these everywhere. And they're surveying points. It's a known quantity, it's a registered mark, and it registers two things. It registers the height, but it registers its distance from everything else. As well as that though, we also have this, a manhole. And so in your city, every single manhole lid is a registered height as well. So I can double check that versus that to know that I'm on the right track. And then my house height is in relation to that datum, but also now the driveway plan is in relation to that. So what I'm going to do now is two things. I want to mark the width of the driveway and I want to get the height. I'm going to show you how I would break that down so that I can visualize it, and I'm visualizing it for a couple of reasons. I want to be able to explain it to Nicole. You're on camera, so don't try and jump me.
That dog's cool.
Yeah, no, real cool. You look cute. Nice jersey.
Thank you. Bit dangerous wearing it on site.
Yeah, I know. We've got the spray paint out. So the first part of the driveway is going to be 7 degrees, and then it's going to go to 12 degrees, and then it mellows out to flat. But you can't go, You have to kind of like smooth. I know down there where the flat ends. So now I have a point from here to there. Now I can mark the width. We'll string it out. It'll come together. Another top tip is that use the level function on your phone to find out, like use it for a roof pitch, use it for driveways. So right now I've just established the road is about 8 degrees, which makes me think I'm going to make my part 8 degrees to match. And we're going to go to a 12-degree full. Next top tip is draw. Draw it out. And if you're anything like me, the first time you try to draw, it looks like a 3-year-old, but trust me, it gets better. Also, the thing with drawing is that as you put these things down on your piece of paper, it helps your brain, but it also helps everyone else that you got to talk to's brain. Yo, if you're loving these top tips, can you go ahead and click subscribe? It really does encourage us to keep making these videos. Right, how good is comfy chairs on site?
The best. The only reason I come. Chicken or ham?
I'm leaning to chicken.
Good. Do you know, ham has just been like
Banned from cancer?
considered one of the lead carcinogens in the world.
Yeah.
What we got?
What I'm doing is turning Katie Bailey's plan
Yeah.
into like actual measurements that line up with something.
Yeah.
Yo, it's Wednesday the 25th of March and we're back on that build up there after a month of sorting out all the problems on all our other building sites. As well as that amazing house, we've still got 4 other builds on the go. Ollie and I are here today. I want to, before winter sets in, I want to pour a driveway and just keep that access nice and dreamy. House is going real well. Nicole and I are actually off to Auckland tomorrow to make our windows.
Snap a screw. That's a run around the factory with no shirt on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at these 2 fine young men. It's like crazy that this YouTube channel has led to like I've been to the forest to pull the shovel out, right? And then we go GPS coordinates set. Let's lock this one in. This is my tree. Coming back to chop that down in 30 years. And now making my own windows. How crazy. Stringline, builder's best friend. How, well, can you set the dumpy up on the garden?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Got to go bigger. Day 2 of setting up a driveway. Got Ollie on the case today. What are we up to?
Doing a driveway.
Yeah. So Ollie's just come off one of our other sloping sites on the other end of Upper Hutt and nailed the driveway there. Good work. What have you learned about driveways on sloping sites?
Takes a lot of thinking.
Yeah. What was the trick there you did that helped you visualize it?
2 fixed points and then setting up a string line between them and
Yeah.
just moving it around to suit.
And we've got the same thing here, right? We've got the finished floor level in the garage. We've got the road, 2 fixed points. So now we're going to rip into another string line. 6, going up to the right on 4. No, I'm joking. I know this looks like we're building a giant flagpole. There at the top of the driveway, and the garage is there. It's about a 5 meter drop from there to there. And one of my tricks, especially on sloping sites, but it's still important on flat sites, write out a story rod, ideally somewhere where you can see everything. I picked this point here because you can see up there and I can see down there. See what I mean? I am above the roof there, but pretty much in line with that there. We got the dumpy set up. I'm gonna get height on this. It's just a starting point, remember? Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mate, this is a steep site, Josh. Don't you know?
Why don't you tell me this before I started building? Okay, so then now the trick is, you need to tell me what that is from that point to right now I've got that line, right? So we need to get the offset from there to there, and then I go up, and then that's datum. Always have a sharp pencil, Ollie.
Yeah. Try.
So that's datum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Now we can incrementally measure it, right? Let's have smoke code. It's enough work for one morning. They don't want you in one spot. Right, hit me, Ollie.
From the spot here
Yeah.
to the,
Yeah.
and then B is our 12 degrees, right?
Uh-huh.
Quite forward.
Just remember the datum is higher than the driveway.
That's what I've got, the 7 degree.
Start of the driveway, 7 degrees. And then, because what have we got from here to here? Well, let's work that out real quick.
Okay.
Because then you got the 7 degree bit, and then you got the 12 degree bit, and then you got the 7 degree bit. And that's the total of those 4 sections. Because we've got garage, right?
Yeah, the part that probably messed me up, like you said, is that datum is not what we drive, that's just our reference. So 550.
Which would mean that that is 110,400, right? 150 mils below. Because now we've got 4 sections.
Yeah.
Well, 5 sections. We've got a flat bit here in front of the garage. Then we got a 7 degree.
Yeah.
Then we got a 12 degree. Then we got a 12 degree going there, and then we got a 7 degree there.
Yeah.
So, but if we map out, because we know that this part here has to be 150 below floor, and we know that that's going to be give or take to this point here, right?
Yep.
So now we know that we've got to get from here. Now we've got to get from there to there over that run. Yeah, lay it on the ground and follow your curve. What we're doing is, so the way, it's like simple trigonometry. So if this is 1 meter and this is 12 degrees, then that there equals, I did remember how to do this at school, but I use this nice little trig calculator.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, it's an anti thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and angle A is 12 degrees. For every meter, the driveway is going to drop 212 mils. Yeah, look at me now. So if that's what it is over 1 meter, then we work out that run there. So now we do that in reverse. Well, that's the beauty of a story rod, right? Is no matter what the numbers are, we know that's the height of the road and that's the floor. It might end up being less of a slope, which will be a great thing. hold up, G. So if it's 150 below,
Oh yeah.
that's the bottom. Do that offset, yeah. You just say 1 meter offset. We know the height of the road over there, and we know the height of the garage there. From that, we're able to work out that from there to the flat pad is a fall of what? 5.7.
5.7, yeah.
And then you said from there to there was 3 point.
3.5.
So then from there to there needs to be 2.2.
Yeah.
So let's measure that out with the big tape. Just imagine we're drawing an angle. We're just doing triangles. We're just doing upside down triangles. One there, one there. Easy, right? So easy, eh? So now we go from here.
So this
Yeah. What's that?
9 meters 100.
Okay. 212 mils is 1929. Oh, I think we're close, Ollie. So 1929. So then we add that up. What did we say it was? Oh, look at this. 5723, and it needs to be 5705. That's within
17 mil.
17 mil. 17 mil. Man, I love it when it works out. That means, so that works out from a trigonometry point of view, that works out, but it's also within 17 mils of the physical difference. Yo, sign up squad, you've made it to the end of another video. It's Saturday morning, I'm back from Auckland. I'm actually doing a full film day on site with Jono for BCITO. Ollie and the boys made massive progress and the top part's ready to pour. But most of all, we have this string line here now, real hard to see, but we have the string line right there, helping us work out how to get that curve going at the right height. As I've been putting this video together, what I've been thinking about is the approach of breaking one big thing into little shapes applies to so many things, not just complex driveways or building houses, but any huge project. Right now we're making 300 videos for BCITO, and instead of getting overwhelmed by the hugeness of the task, we break it down into little steps. We've made ourselves a bingo chart, and you break each video down or each task of the job down into a series of bingo squares. The thing with a bingo chart is if you get a hold up over there, you can go and do something there. I picked this bit up here at the gate to start with, because as soon as that's set, it's now a known quantity. The garage is a known quantity, and so we work towards the hard part. What I've found is that the momentum of solving some of the little problems leads to your brain being able to chunk through the big problems. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've had heaps of fun putting it together, and now I've got to do it. Now I've got to film a ton more. See you next week.